about 45 minutes or so to build on the subject matter for the day. So hopefully everybody is having a powerful Sunday, bright and early in the morning, getting ready to start the week off on a positive, efficient, powerful, productive note. So like I said, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to tune on in and tap in before I start building, man. We got some important things to talk about, important things to discuss on this wonderful Sunday morning, man. So how y'all living? How y'all feeling? What's the word? Let me know how we living out here, man. Let me know how y'all living. Again, man, this one of them topics. I'm Nick Peace. What's happening with you, my brother? What you at job number 25? What's the word? Peace. Michael, what's happening? What's the word? Ashley, peace. I don't want to mess up the name here. Was it Kinshasa? Peace, what's happening? Montel, peace, what's the word? Infinite Charms, peace. Nappy Ted, peace, what's the word? How everybody living? What's the word? Yeah, we gonna talk about, there we go, I got it right. There we go, good. CC, peace, what's the word? Just, peace, queen, what's happening? Zeke, what's the word? All right, we're gonna talk about something that I've been seeing floating around social media, man. People in particular are called peace, what's happening. Specifically, men have been discussing the benefits of marriage and things like that. I've been seeing a lot of dudes walking around talking about there's no benefit in regards to a man being married and things along those lines. So that just sparked a whole lot of debates. And the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the benefits of marriage, whether we talking about the man or the woman. And the way I look at everything, I always apply things to self. The way I look at it, like there is no benefit to anything if you're not right within. So if you don't get yourself right, if you don't get your mental right, there is no benefits to anything. Because again, a lot of times when it comes to things like this, we looking for somebody to break up. I mean, to not break us, but to heal us, elevate us, take us to the next level, things along those lines. See, I didn't walk into marriage. I didn't walk into a relationship expecting the other person to do anything for me. You know, so again, I say I have no expectations of things along those lines. So again, I'm not getting with a person in hopes of benefiting from that person. That ain't what I'm jumping into the situation. Like, I'm not jumping into the situation with that in my mind. Like, all right, I'm finna get with such and such so I can benefit from her. No, I'm always focusing on bettering myself. And that's what I'm bringing to the table. So as long as I'm with a person that they focused on that, I'm good. So when you get with a person that they focusing on being the best version of themselves and you focus on being the best version of yourself, then we all benefit. That's all that I ask. That's all that I'm looking for. Anything outside of that is just extra. So when it comes to benefits, like I never looked at it in those terms. What can I get out of this relationship from said person? No, if I'm focusing on being the best version of myself and you focusing on being the best version of yourself, we gonna all win. We gonna all win. I'm not looking at you like, all right, you need to bring this to the table. You need to bring that to the table. No, just bring your best to the table. Just be the best version. Always strive to evolve. Always strive to be better, be healthy, think positive thoughts, things along those lines. That's what I focused on. I didn't realize I had to focus on all this other stuff. All right, you need to do X, Y, and Z. You need to bring all this to the table. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to look at it like that. So I was confused when I was seeing a lot of people talking about how beneficial it is or if it's not beneficial to be married. Like, I didn't know I was looking at it wrong. So apparently I've been looking at this in the wrong light. Didn't know that. True Black, peace, what's happening? God is peace, queen, what's the word? Jonathan, peace, what's happening? Ray, peace. Everybody that's tapping in, what's the word? So I didn't know that I was looking at this incorrectly, man, because I'm always focused on myself. I don't focus on other people. And I apply that to relationships. A lot of people don't understand that because they don't understand the law of detachment. So they don't understand that. They don't understand what I mean when I say I don't have expectations for my partner and things along those lines. They don't understand when I say that if I focus on mastering myself, if I focus on being the best version of myself, then everything gonna unfold according to that focus and energy. So when I focused on being the best man that I need to be, then guess what? When you are a woman, like she gonna reflect that. Like she gonna be a reflection of that. So you striving to be the best man that you could possibly be. Then if you get a woman, like she gonna reflect that type of energy, meaning she gonna strive to be the best woman that she could be. And that's all that you need. That's all that you need. So I'm striving to do everything that I feel like a man should do. And when you with a woman and she see that you doing that, she gonna strive to do everything that a woman is supposed to do, and it's gonna flow naturally. It's gonna be organic. It ain't gonna be forced. I'm not gonna have to tell her what to do, because she gonna naturally do it, because she see that I'm naturally doing everything a man is supposed to do. So when you just follow the laws of nature, everything unfolds organically without you having to tell somebody to bring something to the table. So when you just focus on being a strong black man, like, listen, you're gonna naturally attract the feminine woman. And she gonna naturally, you know what I'm saying, fulfill her role. Just like you naturally fulfilling your role. That's how it works. Like that is literally how that is supposed to work. Like literally. I'm supposed to come in here and I'm supposed to be a man. I'm supposed to be the best man that I can be. And then by default, when your woman sees that you striving to do what a man is supposed to do, well, you done already eliminated that role for her. So now she can't be this strong. You taking care of that. So now you have left her with the feminine role that is naturally hers. So guess what? She gonna embrace it. So that's how I go. I didn't come in here telling you what you got. You gotta cook. You gotta listen. I've never told her that she has to cook. Me just naturally being a man, like, and doing what a man is supposed to do, she naturally takes on that role. That's how that's supposed to work. Literally. I don't have to tell somebody to do anything. I don't have to tell her to do anything. She don't have to tell me to do anything. Like, we gonna do these things because that's what we naturally supposed to do as men, as women. But we already know what did happen with the roles. So that's where a lot of the conflict and the tension is stemming from, because the roles have been eliminated. The roles have been reversed. You know, so everybody is confused. And that's what's causing a lot of the problems. That's causing a lot of the problem. Yeah, true black. A lot of people do not understand that, man, that self-love. And again, before you can love yourself, you have to what? You have to know yourself. So that's the main problem. It ain't like, forget the love. We don't know ourselves. So, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to love what you don't know. So we just stuck on not knowing ourselves. We can't even get past that hurdle. We can't even get past the lack of knowledge of self. We don't know who we are. And then we claiming to love everybody. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. If I'm lacking knowledge of myself, how can I say I love you when I don't even know myself, but yet I love you though? No. See, I don't throw that word around like that. And I never threw that word around like that. Matter of fact, I would hate when other people would do that. I would hate when somebody out the gate talking about they love somebody and they just met them. Like, no, you don't. It's impossible. You barely know yourself, if you even do know yourself. So how you walking around talking about you loving somebody else that you just met? Like, I never could stand that. I still can't stand that to this day. Like, slow down. Like, you ain't got to be, like, slow down. It's cool to not love somebody initially. Like, that's cool. So we got to slow down with the love, man. Slow down, man. That takes time. Like, you shouldn't be loving somebody after a week. You shouldn't be loving somebody after 2 weeks. Like, come on, man, slow down. It's cool to not love somebody after a week of interacting with them. It's cool. It's cool. That is okay. Or Corp, you say marrying for the wrong reason. A lot of people do that. A lot of people, listen, a lot of people marry simply because of status. And a lot of sisters fall victim to this. So they can just brag and boast to their friends and family members and say, look, I got a ring, I'm married. So a lot of sisters get married for the wrong reasons. And that's why a lot of joints end up backfiring. A lot of sisters that claim that they don't care how people perceive them. They don't care what people think about them. But then deep down, they really do. Deep down, they really do. So a lot of them will just go get married just simply off of the strength of that. They want to walk around, they want to brag, they want to show off this ring and all that type of good stuff, man. So a lot of that is ego and it's pride. So that's why a lot of sisters jump up and get married for the most part. I've seen that. So when you sit around talking about you don't care what people think, a lot of times when the sisters say that, they lying. And I'm going to just be honest with you. I love my sisters, I love my queens, but when a lot of y'all say that y'all don't care what people think, A lot of y'all are lying. Y'all do care what y'all friends think. If it's 4 of y'all and 3 of them married and you the only one that's not, I don't care how many times you say you don't care about that, you do. That's bothering you. It's bothering you. And you're going to mess around and enter a relationship for the wrong reasons, and it's going to end up backfiring and failing. And that's why we have that's why the divorce rate is so high and things along those lines, man. People doing things for the wrong reasons. People doing things for the wrong reasons, man. And that's killing us. That's killing us, man. Doing things for the wrong reasons. Or you might see people, they got kids and they don't have the best relationship. It's a toxic relationship, but they gonna try to force it. Say, you know what, we just gonna get married just for the kids. But y'all not like the chemistry is not there, man. The vibe is not there. The connection is not there. Y'all just finna get married just off of the strength y'all got 2 kids together. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ends up backfiring. And then when you got kids in the mix, it ends up backfiring for the kids, and it affects them worse. Like if it just wasn't meant to be, man, it's not meant to be. Don't force it. Don't force it. My brother Antonio, peace. What's happening? So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, we are definitely doing things for the wrong reasons. And that's why people say they don't see any benefits, man. You shouldn't be like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Again, it's all about knowledge of self. It's all about focusing on yourself. Like I said, man, I'm good with who I am as a person and just what I bring to the table. I don't really need anybody else in my life, man, to where I need to benefit from them. Like all of that stuff is extra, man. All of that stuff is extra. Because I'm going to always focus on being the best version of myself. That's nobody else's responsibility. It's nobody else's responsibility to elevate me, to take me to the next level. That's my responsibility. That's my responsibility. That's on me. Even if somebody else influences it, I still have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's going to revolve around me and my acceptance and my willingness to elevate, evolve. You know what I'm saying? So it's all on the person. It's all on the individual. That's why I take everything and I bring it back to self. You know, so a lot of dudes out here feeling like there is no benefit to get married. Like if you have that mentality, there definitely is no benefit. So if you walking into it like it ain't no benefit to being married as a man, then you right. Because you are creating that reality in your mind. So you right. And if you a brother, if you a brother and a sister or a sister and you ain't focusing on yourself and you're not focusing on improving yourself and being the best version of yourself, there's no benefit to any relationship, let alone a marriage. There is no benefit to any relationship, let alone a marriage, man, if you're not focusing on your evolution, if you're not focusing on self-improvement. So you're right. There is no benefit, man. There is no benefit. If you're not focusing on yourself, if you're not focusing on being the best version of yourself, there is no benefit to any relationship at all. At all. And I don't care who the relationship is with. There is no benefit. Because again, you can learn from everything. So for you to act like there's simply no benefit to being married, when at the end of the day, you can learn from anything, like you learn from any and everything. Even if you get married and it's a so-called failed marriage, I guarantee you that you can extract a lesson from it. So what do you mean there is no benefit? Even if it's a failed relationship, I done learned some of my best. Listen, I done got some of my best lessons from failed relationships. So there's a benefit to everything. There is literally a benefit to everything. I have learned some of the best lessons in life from failed relationships. Matter of fact, that's where I get some of my best lessons from. Failed relationships. So for people to think that there is no benefit to marriage, whether it fails or not, there's a benefit to everything. You just got to be able to extract it, decipher the message. But there's a benefit to everything. But if you done planted that seed in your mind, then I can't tell you otherwise. I can't tell you otherwise. But there is a benefit to literally everything in life. And that includes marriage, man. You just got to be willing to extract the lesson from it. You know what I'm saying? It's a benefit to everything. You in a marriage and it failed. What's the reason that the marriage failed? Whatever the reason is, that's your lesson and that's your benefit. Now you know what not to do. Now you know now you know what to look for, what not to look for. Because your marriage failed. So it was a benefit to that. It's a benefit to it. It's a benefit to it. So again, man, for the simple fact that people are having this discussion and act like it's no benefit, that's letting me know how shallow the thinking is, man. Because it's benefits to everything, man. Like I said, I've learned my best lessons in life from failed relationships, failed friendships, all of that type of stuff, man. That's where I've learned. That's where I've learned most of my lessons from in life, man. So again, like I don't understand what people are talking about, man. We learning from everything. I'm learning from any and everything. All experiences, I'm learning from everything. If I dedicated 10 years of my life to somebody and it didn't work, I'm about to learn from that. I'm not about to say it wasn't no benefit to it. I'm about to learn from it. I'm going to learn from it. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You learn from it. What we got the degree, love, hell, and right, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go through hell in order to come out right. You know, that's life. We got to go through that hell, man, in order for us to learn. And then we come out right when we extract the lesson from the hell that we was just put through. That's the degree. That's the math. You know what I'm saying? That's the math, man. In order to reach that state of love, we're going to have to go through hell in order to come out right. That's how it go. That's how it go. People think love is a fairy tale situation. Nah, whether it's self-love or whether it's love with that involves another person, y'all gonna go through hell. You're gonna go through that hell first, man. You're gonna go through that hell, and that's where you're gonna extract your lessons, and that's where that love is gonna become stronger. Again, whether it's the self-love or whether it's the love with another person, y'all gonna go through a lot. Y'all gonna go through a lot. And when y'all go through that hell, like I said, either you're gonna come out loving that person more or you're gonna come out loving yourself more because of what you went through. And you having to survive that hell that you just went through with this other person. That's the math. Like, that's literally the math. God, as you say, everything is either a lesson or a blessing. Either way, learn and grow from it. Exactly. So everything can have a benefit. Literally, it's a benefit to everything. You can literally extract a benefit or a lesson from everything. Mindset of an introvert. I've done a few personality tests, and that is, I think, one of the joints I came out like that. Montel, pros and cons to everything. Exactly. Exactly. CC say people get caught up in fantasy and not reality. They don't factor in the tough times the marriage will go through. Exactly, 100% of the time. And that's just like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you about to be in a relationship with another person, you got to know and understand that it ain't going to be all peaches and cream. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to have, it's going to be a rough and rocky road, especially if you the personality type that I am, man. Like, if you just not too fond of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you going to have problems trying to adapt and adjust to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just going to have to adapt and adjust, man, because you're dealing with a whole entire person. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with a whole entire person. Like, you're going to have to adapt and adjust. And y'all start living together. You're going to have to adapt and adjust to their habits, how they live, things like that, man. So it's an adjustment period, man, that we got to account for. Oh, yeah, just for sure. Yeah, you definitely not guaranteed to get that apology from the other person, man, because a lot of times they don't even think what they did was wrong. They still playing the blame game. They still blaming you for the hell. Like, they not even looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Even if you looked in the mirror and said, man, you know what I'm saying, this relationship was toxic and here's the role I played in it. And even when you come out and admit what you did, as far as adding on to the toxicity, they still can't even admit what they did. So a lot of times, man, most of the time, you got to find that closure within self. Ian Reaper, you said I'd rather go through hell solo than to take on a potential partner who would keep you there. But I hear you, I've just lost. It's a difference. Listen, Ian Reaper, it's a difference between being with a person that's that's intentionally trying to keep you in that hellish state, because we know hell is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying, things along those lines. It's a difference between being with a person that's intentionally trying to make your life a living hell, and then you just trying to adjust to being with the person and y'all going through rough patches, which we could consider hell, because y'all just trying to fill each other out, y'all trying to adapt and adjust to one another. And y'all just gonna clash just off of the strength of y'all just trying to get used to one another, man. It's different. So it's a different ball game when you got a person that's intentionally trying to bring you hell, opposed to you just going through hell because y'all just trying to adapt and adjust, you know what I'm saying, fill each other out, things along those lines, man. Or y'all may have a bad day here and there, and y'all clash every few months or so because you done had a bad day because things ain't gonna be perfect. That's different. That's different. JF, peace, what's happening? Yeah, just that, yeah. And this communication is, the cliche, communication is key. Dominique, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure. People be knowing when they wrong. People be knowing when they add on to the toxicity. But denial, man, we know how strong of a drug denial is. That's a drug. You know what I'm saying? Denial is a drug. People addicted to denial. They addicted to denying their reality out here, man. So that's a drug. That's a drug. It's a 100% drug. They addicted to it. They gonna deny. It's everybody else's fault. They played no role in it. It's everybody else's fault though. I know plenty of people that fit that description. Plenty of people that fit that description, man. Plenty of people that deny. Everybody else is the problem. True Black, you say, do you feel like marriage nowadays has become too much of a business? True Black, I'm gonna give you a Jew. Marriage is a business. I'm gonna give you the Jew. Marriage, that's a business decision, flat out. Now that don't necessarily make it something that's bad. It don't necessarily make it something that's good. But that's a business decision. That's gonna be one of the most important business decisions you're gonna make in your life. Who you decide to be with. So it is. I feel like it is a business. It's literally a business decision. You got to make sure, like, think about all the things you taking into consideration in regards to choosing the person you want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you don't have kids and you choosing to be with somebody and you want to have kids. You got to choose a person that you feel like would be a great benefit to the lives of your children that you plan on having. That's a business decision. That's a business decision. You got to be with somebody, depending on how you go about earning your living, you got to be with somebody that's going to add on in regards to, let's just say you going in business for yourself. Let's just say you're an entrepreneur, you self-employed. You got to be with somebody that understands the grind. You got to be with somebody that understands the lifestyle, that's willing to accept the lifestyle that comes with being with a person that's self-employed. That's a business decision. That's a business decision. Let's just say you into fitness. Let's say you into health and fitness and you work out consistently. You got to be with somebody that reflects that. You can't be with no couch potato. You can't be with no slouch because that may essentially bring you down. That's a business decision. That's a business decision, man. If you take your health and your fitness seriously and you are entertaining potential partners and spouses and you see that they lazy and they don't necessarily want to be physically active, you may be like, nah, I can't rock with said person because I work out all the time and they kind of lazy. You making a business decision. That ain't good for your brand. That ain't good for your business. It's a business. Because when you become one with that person, you are an entity. You are an entity. When she goes out, if y'all get married, when she goes out, she is a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? When your wife goes out, she is a reflection of you. When y'all get married, when she goes out, she is a reflection of you. It's a business decision. Whether or not we want to admit it or not, when your queen goes out, she is a reflection of you. Just like when your children grow out, that's an extension of you. It's a reflection of you. So it's all business, man. It's all business. They repping the brand. It's a brand. Like, is that Nikki Peace? What's happening, Queen? Yeah, so it's a brand. It's all business. It's all business at the end of the day. And I feel like sometimes we need to look at it like that. I feel like that'll stop people from making some bad decisions if they looked at it like it's a business decision. You know what I'm saying? We all about our money. We all about our coins. We're not going to accept the job. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to accept the job that's giving us an insult. Like they offering us a trash amount of money. We're not going to take that low paying job. Like, that's an insult. So if you looked at the person that you were sleeping with in the same light, like, man, this person ain't going to add on to my life, then that would probably prevent a lot more people from making those bad decisions. So I honestly feel like people need to approach choosing their partner or their spouse, their potential partner, their spouse, from a business mindset. I feel like people need to look at it more as like it's a business decision. I feel like that would I feel like that would make people make wiser decisions. Because just think about it, when you looking at a job, when you entertaining these jobs, like it's a certain criteria that you're looking for. If they not offering you enough money, if they not flexible, like if you got to take your kids to school and they not flexible, if that job ain't willing to work with you, if you don't like the benefits, you know what I'm saying, pension plan, like all of that type of stuff, then you liable to say, you know what, I ain't taking this job. So you need to look at potential partners and spouses the same type of way. You gotta look at it the same, you gotta look at them the same way. You gotta literally look at them the same way. Infinite Charms for sure. Gotta choose wisely. I'm telling you, it's a business decision. When y'all go out, y'all are reflections of each other. That's a reflection of the business, a reflection of the universe. So you want to you want to be with a person that's a good reflection of your universe. You know, you want to be with somebody that's a good reflection of your business. That's a good reflection of the brand. That's just what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you had a record label, you know what I'm saying? You're not about to go out here and you're not about to sign artists that's not a good reflection of your brand. Like that's out here putting trash music that go against what you believe in. You're not gonna sign those artists. You're gonna let somebody else sign those artists. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a label, you only about to sign talent that correlates with your vision, that correlates with your vibe. That's what you gonna do. That's a good reflection of your brand. So that should be how you look at a potential partner. But a lot of people get caught up in all the wrong things. All the wrong things. Dominique, for sure. See, that's what I'm saying. If she looked at it like a business decision, she'd be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna put myself in this type of predicament by talking to a dude of this caliber because it doesn't make any sense business wise. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like if it doesn't make any sense, do not engage in the relationship. You have to make it make sense. Like I said, if you about your health and fitness, why would you get with somebody that's not about that? Like why would you get with somebody that doesn't take their health seriously, but you take your health seriously? How is that gonna work? You gotta think about that. How is this gonna work? I'm serious about my health, but they don't care. They don't care. What they say, I'm gonna die anyway type deal. That's the mentality they have. So they don't care what they eat. Whole while you care enormously about what you eat. How is this gonna work? How is it gonna work? Y'all have kids. What y'all teaching the kids? You don't care. He don't care about what he eat. You care about what you eat. What are y'all teaching the kids? What are the kids seeing? They seeing confusion. Y'all can't even be in one accord with something as serious as how we gonna eat. He over here grabbing McDonald's, you over here vegan. What are the kids gonna do? It's a business decision. It's a business decision, man. Let's just say now y'all both plant-based. Now the kids see that. Both of my parents are plant-based. It eliminates confusion. It minimizes confusion. But if the child is like, one of them is plant-based, one over here eating McDonald's, well, what do? We create too much confusion for the child. And that's part of the problem also. These children grow up confused because they see confusion in the household. Parents can't agree on anything. That's why I say when it comes to certain aspects, like the major things in life, I feel like the two people that's in a relationship, when it comes to raising kids, should be in agreement. I feel like when it comes to diet or when it comes to nutrition and things like that, just health and fitness, I feel like the parents need to be on one accord with that type of stuff to eliminate confusion, to raise healthier children. You can't have one parent that's plant-based, one parent eating McDonald's. Like, no, y'all need to come to some type of agreement. We gonna raise our children to be plant-based. So both of us gotta be plant-based. Like I feel like that needs to be that needs to happen. So when it comes to things like that, I feel like the parents or the partners, they need to be on one accord. When it comes to major major decisions like that or major aspects of life like that. And a lot of times I feel like that's where a lot of the confusion is. Things like religion, things like what we eat, like stuff like that, man. Like it's because the parents are not on one accord. It's creating that confusion. Creating confusion, man. If I'm a child and I see pops eating the Mickey D's and I'm seeing moms eating the fruits and veggies, more than likely they're gonna gravitate towards the Mickey D's because it's more addictive. You know what I'm saying? But if the pops ain't eating the Mickey D's and he eating the fruits and veggies like the moms, there is no option for them to gravitate toward the Mickey D's. Yeah, CC, exactly. The same value system for sure. Like I'm in the agreement, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that value system, I'm big on that. I feel like we need to agree. We need to agree on those things, man. We need to agree on the important things in life. You know what I'm saying? As far as culture, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna eat, things we gonna subscribe to, like rules and regulations that we gonna follow. Like we need to agree on these things. We need to agree on these things. Like we gotta agree on these things for sure, because again, it creates too much confusion. It creates too much confusion. It creates way too much confusion. Now, when it comes to smaller things, then I'm cool with it. Of course, you're gonna have differences, man. But the main things, like I said, eating is, I'm telling y'all, eating is big on that, man, because it's gonna be too easy for the child to gravitate toward. And then eating is something that's simple because you should strive to be healthy anyway. So I mean, you shouldn't be eating McDonald's, and you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be eating that anyway. So it's like I feel like especially we need to agree on things like that because it's stuff we should not be doing anyway. Like we literally shouldn't be eating these toxic foods anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's something that should be easy. Like we should all be striving to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So if it's things like that that's adding on to the health, like we should be in agreement on that. If we can't be in agreement on things that's gonna elevate our health, like nah, this ain't gonna work out. This ain't gonna work out. If I'm striving to tell you need to eat more fruits and veggies and we got a clash about that because you want to eat McDonald's, if we can't agree, if you can't put the McDonald's down just for the sake of raising healthier children, then no, I can't trust you. I can't trust you because you're not gonna be around too much longer, man. How long you gonna be around if you constantly eating this McDonald's every day? You're not gonna be around long enough. You're not gonna be. You don't care about your. You don't care about being around for these children. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna entertain that. You want to eat fast food every day, like you don't value being around for your children. So you gonna leave me with these children way before it's your time because you're not valuing your health. You know what I'm saying? So that's big. That's big, man. That's big. Like if we can't agree on something as simple as health, like man, come on, man. You need to put the McDonald's down so we can grow old and raise these children properly. If you can't agree with that, man, you're not gonna last long eating the McDonald's, man. I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to extend your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to extend your life so that you can be in the lives of your children for a long period of time. So y'all got to be on the lookout for things like that, man. That's something that everybody should be able to agree on, man. That's real. That's real simple, man. The rules and regulations. Like I said, my pops was the enforcer. Like he laid down the rules. The last thing you need is for the man to lay down the rules and the moms not enforce them. So that's why I say we got to be on one accord when it comes to rules and regulations. How we gonna run this household? You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you like, hey, my kids can't be drinking no cow's milk. They can't be eating no meat. They can't be doing this, that, and the third. And then when I'm gone, you feed them everything that I'm telling you not to. Like, nah, that's gonna create a bad situation. That's going to create a situation where the child going to mess around and grow up disliking me because I'm not feeding them the garbage that they done grown addicted to, and you feeding it to them or you fed it to them behind my back. So now they looking at me like I'm the mean father. Whole while I told you to enforce this law and you went behind my back and was feeding them all the foods I was telling you not to. And now they liking you because you fed them the poison and I'm not going to feed them the poison. So now you done created this. Listen. You done created this hatred within them. And now you done painted me out to be the villain. That's why I say we got to be on one accord. We got to be on one accord. We got to be on one accord. If I'm telling you not to feed my kids this or feed our kids this, and you go around and you do it anyway, I'm not going to do it. So now we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. So you can't go against the grain, man. You can't go against the rules and the regulations that have been set in place, especially when you agree upon them. When I say, all right, man, I don't want my son eating this, that, and the third, and you agree, and then you still do it anyway. You still go against my back. You go behind my back anyway. Come on, man. What is that going to do? That child going to grow up with resentment because I wasn't giving the child what they wanted and you were. You got to look at what you're doing. You got to think about what you're doing. Yeah, and I've seen people undermine. I've seen it. I've seen this. I've seen examples of this. Man, to where the father has got painted as the mean guy, the villain, simply because he's not giving them what they want, but the stuff that they want is bad for them. And the pop's like, I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you that. Then when they leave and they go to work, mom's giving them everything that they want that's not necessarily good for them, or vice versa. Like, I've seen it on both ends. So I once dated a girl who hated water because it doesn't have taste. And that was the last date. And that should have been the last date. But I know plenty of people like that. Don't like water. That's it. Don't like water and they not eating fruits and veggies. You are to not be trusted out here. Infinite Charge saying, stop getting cold feet. If that man's willing to put you under his protection and put you in charge of continuing his legacy, fall in line. Again, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. And that cold feet that's another drug. Because like I said, I've seen it. I've seen it. If that man, like, you should be happy that a man is coming with some structure. Like, look, we ain't going to feed the kids X, Y, and Z. We ain't going to let them listen to this. We ain't going to let them watch this. Like, you should be happy that a man is coming down with some structure, laying the law down. That makes everything easier. Like, that's less that you have to figure out because the man is telling you, we ain't letting them do this, we ain't letting them do that. They done did the work for you. All you got to do is enforce it. All you got to do is enforce it. If I come out the gate telling you, like, we ain't going to eat this, we ain't listening to this type of music, they ain't watching this, all you literally got to, that's made your job as a mother that much easier. Because all you got to say, like, we ain't doing that, we ain't eating that. We ain't doing this, we ain't eating. Like, that's pretty much how my moms was rocking. Like, that made the job easier. Hey, your dad said this, your dad said that. Like, we ain't doing this, you ain't doing. It's as easy. You ain't got to figure out what to let the child know. We not doing this because it's the rules and regulation of the crib. We don't eat bacon here. We don't eat McDonald's here. So no, the answer is no. You can't get to McDonald's, you just not eating it. That make your job that much easier. Exactly, Justice, what I'm saying. It makes the job that much easier. When they come through, when they come out the gate, when the man comes through with the rules and regulations, the commandments, and all you got to do is enforce them. That's all you got to do, man. All you got to do is enforce them. If my child, like, if we into school and we like, man, if they bring home anything less than a B, then this is the punishment. All you got to do is enforce it. That's literally how I go. I come through with the rules. All you got to do is enforce them. That's it. That's it. But all that undermining, going behind people back, it's unnecessary, man. It's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. But structure is a great thing, man. You should be happy if you would a man that's coming through with some structure, some discipline. Like, you should be happy to pass that down to the children, man. You should be happy. That's gonna make their lives easier, man, because they gonna learn discipline and structure at an early age. Like, that's going to make it that much easier, man. That's going to make life easier for you because that might help you with discipline. That might help you with structure. And then it's going to help the children. It's going to help them with the structure. It's going to help them with the discipline. So embrace the man that's coming with the discipline and embrace the man that's coming with the structure. Embrace it. If you come across a man that's telling you he vegan, he plant-based, and he don't eat this, that, and the third, please embrace that. Please embrace it. Please embrace it. Antoinette Peach Queen, what's happening? Please embrace that, man. If you come across a man that say, man, I don't eat this, that, and the third, I don't watch a lot of TV. Instead, I read. You know what I'm saying? I allot like 2 hours out of my day to read and study. Please embrace that. Please don't tell that man he's boring. Please don't do that. Please don't do him like that. If that man tell you, man, I don't eat no meat, I don't eat no dairy products, I don't eat no eggs, I study 2-3 hours out the day, I journal, I write, I meditate. If this dude is telling you all that, man, you please don't call that man boring. Please don't do it. Please don't. Cause you didn't already, like, your day has been structured out. If I'm already telling you what we don't eat, what we do, and if I'm already telling you 2 to 3 hours out of my day I spend studying, if I'm telling you I work out for about an hour or two, like, man, the day is planned. The day is planned, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm studying 2 to 3 hours. We're going to work out for about an hour, 30 minutes. We only going to eat this, that, and the third, so you ain't got to figure out what to pretty much eat, what to get, because I already told you what I don't eat. So now your options are already limited. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you what I like, stuff I don't entertain and don't watch and don't listen to. Man, I'm telling you, life is easy now. Jack, peace, what's going on? Queen, you say my son's father does not like to be the parent who disciplines. He wants to be the good cop. Come on. He got to learn how to be that bad cop from time to time, man. We got to learn how to be that bad cop. Discipline is necessary. Discipline is necessary, especially when it's coming from that man. You know that the children used to fear the father, man. Hey, don't tell my dad now. That used to be a thing, man. Don't tell him. Please don't tell him that. Please don't tell him. I'll take the L from Mom Dukes, but please don't tell him pops. Please don't let my pops know. So we got to get back to him. I'm not saying that mugs should be just walking around fearing because we gonna punch him in their chest, but like, nah, you gotta feel like that father. Like, we ain't out here to be the friend, man. We out here to be the father. And too many parents nowadays trying to be their friends out here, trying to be friends with their children. Like, nah, you the father, you the mother. Like, you ain't they BFF. That's what they gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna interact with these other kids for. You not the BFF, man. You are the mother. You are the father. Whole different ball game. I'm not trying to be your best friend. I'm being your father. You shouldn't be trying to be your best friend. You are the mother. So a lot of time, man, they trying to be the friend out here. They trying to be friend instead of father. And that's incorrect. That's incorrect. Yeah, Jack, I'm telling you, when you get the right man of authority, that man, once he raises his voice, might have to say it twice. Because that's gonna instill a lot of fear when that man raises his voice. This is back in the day, man. When the man raised his voice, you like, hold on, I'm finna chill. I'm finna chill. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. And that man raised, like, if the father didn't raise his voice, it's a problem. It's a problem. And I done been there, done that. You know, you done been dealing with the Mom Dukes and you running circles around Mom Dukes. And what she gonna say? I'm gonna go tell your daddy. And you said that's enough. You're like, oh, well, hold on. I'm cooling now. Please don't get dude. That used to be the threat right there, man. You running circles around Mom Dukes as a young boy. I can. This is how I was. You running circles. You getting on your mom's nerves. You doing everything, man. She yelling at you all this. You like, man, whatever. Soon as she be like, man, I'm finna go get your dad. You like, hold on. I'm all right. We good. We chilling. Infinite Charms for sure. They don't enjoy it. Like I said, subconsciously, they know what they want. They know what type of life they want to live. Just you can't help it at all. You're going to level up by default. Yeah, Justin, I can tell you right now, I can speak from experience. Like, hey, love my moms to death, but I wasn't walking around in fear of Mom Dukes when I was just like, nah, man, I'm gonna just get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna get in trouble. Yeah, I hear what she's saying, but I'm just gonna do the opposite. But you bring the pops into the mix, they're like, hold on, it's time to straighten up. It's time to straighten up. Ty Peace, what's happening? Yeah, when the pops raised his voice, man, you're like, well, all right, hold up, I'ma calm down. I'ma calm down. You know what I'm saying? So when you get the man that's instilling that type of, you know what I'm saying, that discipline, and they coming with that, like, nah, like, no, them kids gonna get in alignment when Pops come around raising his voice, because Pops ain't, the rule is the Pops not supposed to have to raise his voice. He once the Pops raises his voice, that's too much. He already did enough. He did enough. If it get to a situation where Pops got to raise his voice, that's too much. It shouldn't have had to get to this point. Why was y'all not listening to your moms? So now we finna drill y'all now. The Bishop, peace, what's happening? Yeah, Jack, that's how it's supposed to be, raising the voice. Just, you say, you mind touching on the fact that some women are more masculine by default because we are raising children solo. And for sure. And it's almost like an unfortunate situation because it forces you to take on a role that goes against your nature, hence why it becomes exhausting. Because you taking on a role, that masculine role, that naturally you're not supposed to be taking on that role, and that just drains you. That drains you. So that's why I always give a shout out to the single mothers and the single fathers, because you having to take on a role that naturally doesn't really suit you and fit you, but you having to take it on. You having to wear two hats, as they say. You know what I'm saying? And that's an unfortunate situation because it's draining. It's draining. Like, it forces you to be in a masculine position at times, and that's just not your natural role. You know, so that's how I always shout out the single mothers and single fathers, because I've seen it. That's a complicated situation, especially when the other person ain't trying to make it easier. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it. I've seen the single fathers and I've seen the single mothers like put in some work, and it's just like, man, the work that they have to put in, they don't have the ability to, like, I don't want to use the word grit. They don't have the ability to deal with they like emotions and get themselves together, man, because they always in parent mode. You know what I'm saying? So if you got two parents, like, it could be a situation like, all right, man, y'all go ahead and be with y'all mama for the day, man. I'm gonna sit back, gather myself, get myself together. Single parents sometimes don't be having that. So they always in parent mode. So they don't have time to basically like just deal with their emotions and get themselves together, like mentally, physically, and things along those lines, man. So that can become tedious and stressful. And I've seen that. It's like they never really have a break. And then the times that they can have a break, like, you know what I'm saying, there's times where they supposed to be sleeping, stuff like that. So it's really just, I done seen it, man. That's real strength. Like, it's a lot of strength, man. It's a lot of strength because it takes a lot of strength for both parents to raise children. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a complicated task for two parents that are together, like, to raise children. Like, that's challenging in and of itself. So when you remove one from the mix, like, the difficulty has just went up by 20, 100. You know, so kudos to people that's in that position, because like I said, that's why I say the village needs to come back. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't feel like we got to do everything ourselves, y'all. And again, and I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes that's why you would have single mothers like send their kids off to people like me. Like, if a single mother in my area has a son and I'm a male trainer, it might be a situation where they sending the son to me simply because I'm a male that could be in his life. You know what I'm saying? And then that's giving her a break from having to take on that role, that masculine role. So you will have a situation where that mother, like, they son is in everything. And the reason why they playing all these sports, the reason why they having these trainers is because they need father figures. You know, so I train, man, listen, I train some young men to where it's like, I know that that's the situation. It's like I play the father figure role to them. So I already know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't even have a problem with it. Hey, bring the young bull here. I done had plenty of women say, man, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate what you're doing because his father's not in his life, so he really needs this. I already know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have any problem with that. Send them to me for an hour 30, man. We're going to get them right. And that's all he need, man. 3 to 4 times out the week. I'm playing that role. I'm giving him that masculine energy from a man. Like, I'm enforcing it. I'm telling him what to do. It's like I'm telling him what exercise to do. Like, he needs that. He needs that as a young man. So I get it. Consu, peace, what's happening? Q, you said that's why I meditate as much as I can, man. You got to get in where you fit in. Get that meditation in where it fits. Oh yeah, just man. Hey, it's a lot of that happening, man. So you gotta thoroughly examine and research those type of things which you did. You know, and that's why a lot of parents, man, they just be so thankful for me because I'm not on it. I'm not on those creep vibes, man. So they feel real comfortable leaving their children with me. You know, a lot of times if people send their kids to like a trainer or something, they gonna stay. But it's like, man, I ain't no creep vibe. So they feel real comfortable. They're like, all right, I'm gonna drop my son off and then I'm gonna leave, come back, pick him up. Stuff like that. They real comfortable with that. So it's you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find that. It's hard to find that, man. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You really gotta thoroughly examine and do your research. It's out here, but it's just hard to find it. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I think my client just pulled up, man. So I was getting right into the bag in regards to the event. Had about 45 to 50 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and tend to this client. May jump back on her later on. If not, y'all going to see me Tuesday. I'm going to have to take Monday off, do some knowledge, do some research, come back, hit y'all with some information on Tuesdays. So I appreciate all the comments, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It's always peaceful vibes. Y'all know it's all love here. Y'all enjoy. I think the wife about to jump on and go live. So y'all go ahead and transition right on over to her stream, man. I'm going to catch y'all later, though. Peace.